amazing stuff that you are waiting for. All right, guys, this is a very complex spreadsheet, but I want to start here. But before I do that, I want you to pay attention to what is the current supply of XRP? How many tokens that are out there right now? 59 billion. In total, there are 100 billion. So that means, let's say 40 billion are locked up and they're owned by the owners or the founders and Ripple Labs and large institutional ones that are not available right now. They slowly get released. So this $200 million that they bought the Rail Financial with, they actually sold XRP. Ripple Labs sold XRP to raise the money. They bought that. A few months back in April, they bought another big company for $1.24 billion. They sold XRP to do that. And that's how they raised their money to go out and buy this. So let me tell you the end result of this. The current price, it's a little down today. When I did the spreadsheet today earlier, it was $3.26. I'm going to show you how I got to $36.41. And if I scroll over a little bit, how ultimately I get to $72 a token. All right, so let's start. All right, stay with me, guys, and let's talk about this. So Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, it's on YouTube, only a few months back, they said they want to take 14% market share away from the Swift business. So what is the market share of Swift? On a daily basis, Swift transfers, just look here, on a daily basis, Swift transfers about, can you see that? They transfer about $5 trillion a day. So 14% of that on a daily basis that Ripple Labs want to use XRP and RLUSD to do cross-border payment. So I said, you know what? All right, Brad, you say 14%, but I'm going to say 25% of the 14%. So I'm discounting this tremendously because CEOs and owners, they say bombastic stuff. So I want to bring it down to reality. I said, you know what? Maybe he's right by 25%. If that's the case, this $175 billion that you see here is the 14% discounted by 25%. The daily volume is $175 billion that Ripple Labs will be doing on a daily basis. So based on that, let's do some calculation. So today, we're going to skip over all of this, all right? So let's go over to this side here, where how did I get $36.41? It's very simple. I said, okay, by 2030, the XRP will do 25% of the total volume, and then stablecoin version of that, RLUSD, will do 75% of that. So what does that mean? That means you take $175 billion, multiply that by 25%, you get this number, which is $43 billion, okay? So $43 billion, which is 25% of 175. And then 75% of that is 131 billion. So I just do some calculation. In today's world, this is what they're doing. This is currently what Ripple Lab does for cross-border payment. There's only $292 million, okay? So if they can get $43 billion, what does that mean? That means 272 times bigger than what it currently does. And then I say, you know what? Let's discount that by tremendously by 90%. So I take only 10% of that, and that's how I got to $36, which is today's price, multiply that by 272 times, because that's how large this number is, and then only take 10% of that. That gives you $36.41, which effectively means the market cap is $3.6 trillion. I know it's a long way to go, guys. Right now, we are actually $193 billion market cap. To get here is a long way to go, yes, but these things move just like that. And this is a 2030 projection. So using the same logic, if you move over there, and I said, everything is the same, except instead of using 25%, what if XRP took 50% market share, and then RLUSD did the 50%? So using same number, 50%, so that's what this is, $87 billion. And then that's 545 times. Let's say 10% of that, you get $72, which then makes the market cap $7.2 trillion. It seems impossible, guys, but it is quite doable when you understand the global nature where XRP is playing and Ripple Labs is playing. Because remember what I showed you earlier, they are playing in the world of $3 quadrillion, and it's only growing, okay? So it's important